Hello everyone, how are you all? This is Karthik Poovanam. I'm a leadership coach, author and travel explorer. What enriches the experience of your life? Have you ever asked this question in your life? And if you're not, it's time you consider asking this question. Most of the times we ask ourselves, or when people will ask us, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Where do you see yourself 1 year from now? But nobody ever asks, what adds value in your life? What brings excitement in your life? What kind of a life excites you? Have you figured that out? Unfortunately, even when people are nearing their retirement, which is about 55 or 60, even then they have never ever figured out what excites them. They have been conditioned by the market forces to produce a child, to provide education to the child, invest their time, their energy, their money, their resources on developing a child, and then they also condition their children that they also need to grow up, they also need to get into a university, they also need to get a job, and they also need to produce a child. And now they want their children to produce children. That is, they want to become grandparents because they think this brings excitement in their life. Because they thought if they complete their education, it would have brought excitement to their life. It all starts like this. You complete your 10th class, they think, okay, some excitement, we pass with amazing grades. But after you pass your 10th class, they say it's nothing, it's useless, you need to do your PUC +1, +2. You do that, then they say you need a professional degree, engineer, doctor, today various other professions. When you do that and you begin to feel excited, they say, hey, come on, what are you going to do with all this certificate? Use them in your winter? No. Those who have not got this in the winter, what you do generally, what they mean is, are you going to take all this certificate papers and put them in a fire so that you feel warm in the winter? No, right? So you got to get a job for yourself, high paying good job or a decent paying job. You get a job and you feel excited, and there you know what levels of frustration you have to go through. Then you just begin to relax at home, and they say, come on, whom are you earning for? You need to marry and settle down. That's what is excitement. So you marry, then they say you need to have children. You have children, and then you know how deeply you have fallen into that trap. The excitement, what you desire, has never ever happened. I never allowed these things to happen in my life, and I'm very grateful to Lord Balaji. I always say Jai 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 Balaji. It is a gracious invocation. It's a coding of the higher connectivity. It's a very powerful code I use to say Jai 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 Balaji. Jai Balaji. Amazing. It's so powerful. I feel very rejuvenated and I feel very fantastic. It's graciously more powerful than a placebo effect. So you need the invocation of the higher forces, otherwise your whole life will simply get wasted. Your whole life will get simply wasted by not marrying, by getting into a trap, by having children, because you think all of these things bring excitement, and you will miss out on life. You will not be able to do what you want exactly in life. You will never ever realize what love is. You will never realize what it means to express yourself. You will never ever realize what it means to live a life where you can speak whatever you want to speak without the fear of being judged. All of the luxuries that I'm speaking right now will be totally denied to an individual person who is entering into a trap and becoming a part of a crowd. The murder of the individual and the birth of the crowd happens at the same time. So you need to ask yourself this question: what brings excitement in your life? And when you don't ask this question, the people much smarter, much greedier, much cruel, already stitching your fate. because you are essentially a play of these four chemicals. You are constantly looking to stimulate these four chemicals: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin. You will get dopamine when there is a reward. You will get oxytocin. The brain rewards you with oxytocin when you are having a good relationship with people. The brain rewards you with serotonin when you are feeling significant. There is an association of significance. The brain rewards you with endorphin when you are in a certain level of deep level of you have empathy towards certain things. But now you see, when does the world reward you? The world rewards you when you are taking stress, when you are anxious, and that's when you have to study all those things. For what? For this release, this reward, whatever you get from the market. Then serotonin levels. People will consider you something only when you have achieved a social benchmark. Otherwise, they will not consider it. They will not give you any respect as a human being, and therefore your serotonin levels are low, and therefore you become a part of the trap. Oxytocin, people do not want to talk to you. People do not want to mix up with you. People, even in the same family, people do not want to encourage your talks and discussions because they will say, hey, come on, become something in life and talk. So your oxytocin level goes down, so therefore you have to struggle. And where is a question of endorphin? There is no question, because how can you show empathy when you yourself are seeking empathy from people? So take time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you this. Take time. In life, you have to take the needed effort to ask yourself what brings excitement in your life and take a decision in that direction. Have a great time, everybody. This is Karthik Poovanam. I'm a leadership coach, author, and travel explorer, and I will see you in another amazing video. Have a great day.